Yet another claim that The Simpsons predicted the future. And just on this, a serious topic, I know, but I've seen a Simpsons clip that sums up the renewable energy dilemma as brilliantly as ever. The Simpsons might have predicted the chaos of 2025, blending fiction with eerie reality. From Springfield's dome disaster echoing today's climate crisis to Elon Musk's Mars colonization plans aligning with a 2015 episode, the parallels are startling. Holographic tech and flying cars, once jokes, are now poised to redefine industries by 2025. Tune in as we explore how these quirky forecasts might hold the key to our future. The Simpsons in the shape of tomorrow. Remember the movie from 2007? Springfield gets sealed under a giant glass dome because of an environmental catastrophe. Back then, it seemed like over-the-top storytelling, but now, with climate disasters hitting everywhere, it's harder to brush this off. In 2024 alone, the United States faced billions in damage from events like record-breaking heat waves, hailstorms, and wildfires. And it's not just America, parts of Europe and Asia are also dealing with floods and extreme droughts. What if the worst weather has already started changing how we survive? The way things are going, could a large-scale ecological collapse be on the horizon? Some fans argue that the show might have been nudging us toward the idea that humanity might resort to drastic measures, like enclosing vulnerable areas in protective domes. Sure, it sounds out there, but so did much of what this series has hinted at before it became eerily accurate. Another bold prediction comes from Season 27, Episode 16. Lisa dreams of joining a mission to Mars, and the show fast-forwards to reveal her and Marge actually living on the Red Planet. Back in the early 2000s, this felt like pure science fiction. Now? Not so much. Elon Musk and SpaceX have been making strides in space exploration. Musk's long-standing goal to colonize Mars has moved from ambitious talk to real plans. He's been vocal about starting human missions as early as 2025, claiming that humanity's survival might depend on becoming a multi-planet species. SpaceX is already laying the groundwork, with cargo missions planned as a precursor to human settlement. If we see humans walking on Mars anytime soon, it'll be hard not to recall that this show brought it up first. In a more subtle prediction, the series hinted at resistance to green energy in an episode where Lisa builds a solar-powered vehicle. Just as she's about to win a race, a blimp blocks the sun, leaving her car powerless. While funny on the surface, this could be a metaphor for the pushback renewable energy faces in real life. Big oil companies have been known to lobby against clean energy initiatives, fearing that the shift to electric vehicles and solar power could hurt their profit. Even now, fossil fuel giants are funding campaigns to slow down electric vehicle adoption and resist renewable energy infrastructure. Could 2025 be the year where this tug-of-war reaches a boiling point? If it does, the show may have already captured the essence of this struggle in its usual quirky style. Flying cars have always been a staple of futuristic dreams, and this animated classic touched on this in a 1992 episode. Bart glimpses a future where flying cars are the norm, but he's too broke to enjoy the perks. Fast forward to today, and companies like Samsung Sky are bringing this vision closer to reality. Their Switchblade flying cars are slated for release in 2025, with thousands of pre-orders already in place. This vehicle is designed to convert from a car to an aircraft in under 3 minutes, with impressive speed capabilities both on the road and in the sky. While it's hard to imagine a world where flying cars are common, the show managed to spark the idea long before it felt even remotely possible. Another prediction that's inching closer to reality involves holograms. In a 1995 episode, Homer encounters a futuristic hologram during his time with the secretive Stonecutters Society. At the time, holograms felt like a gimmick, but now they are becoming more integrated into daily life. Companies like Microsoft are pushing forward with mixed reality devices, blending holograms with the physical world. From virtual product launches to holographic customer service representatives, it's clear that this technology is moving beyond novelty. The show didn't just hint at the tech itself, they foresaw how seamlessly it could become part of our lives. The series even predicted corporate moves that seemed far-fetched at the time. Back in 1998, they joked about Disney acquiring 20th Century Fox, displaying a sign that read, "A division of Walt Disney Company." Decades later, in 2019, Disney finalized a massive $71 billion deal to buy Fox. This wasn't just a clever gag, it highlighted the growing power of media conglomerates, something that's reshaping entertainment to this day. The next chapter dives into how technology shapes our lives in surprising ways. Back in 1994, The Simpsons aired an episode titled Treehouse of Horror V, where Homer accidentally sparked chaos by building an artificial intelligence robot. Originally created to simplify life, the machine turned against humanity, showcasing the potential risks of unchecked technological advancements. Though this was just a fictional storyline, it reflected a growing unease about the dangers of advanced technology. Fast forward 3 decades to the year 2024, and artificial intelligence has become a prominent topic in both technology and media. From chatbots to self-learning algorithms, the rapid evolution of these systems sparks debates about ethical use and unintended consequences. The series' portrayal of a rogue AI force resonates with ongoing concerns about whether humanity can effectively regulate this powerful tool. Another prediction that raised eyebrows was about Donald Trump's 2024 presidential bid. 16 years before Trump's first presidential run, the show had already imagined him as president in an episode from the year 2000. By 2015, it referenced a futuristic newspaper headline predicting Trump's return to politics in 2024. At the time, this seemed like an exaggerated joke, but reality caught up when Trump announced his re-election campaign for a second term. The eerily accurate timing of this prediction astonished fans, solidifying the show's reputation for uncanny foresight. In a 1994 episode titled Lisa the Skeptic, the program also made an impressive nod toward Nobel Prize winners. Lisa and her friends humorously speculated about potential laureates, with one character naming Bengt Holmstrom. More than 20 years later, Holmstrom indeed won the Nobel Prize in Economic Sciences for his work on contract theory. This specific and accurate prediction continues to fascinate viewers, especially since it was based on a field far removed from everyday conversations. The program also foretold the cultural phenomenon of the Barbie movie, albeit in an unexpected way. In a 2007 episode, a character was seen holding a Barbie movie poster. At the time, this detail seemed trivial, but over a decade later, the Barbie movie became a major blockbuster in 2023. Coupled with another prediction from the same year about Donald Trump's legal troubles, which materialized in 2024, the ability to anticipate such diverse events remains impressive. Economic issues also took center stage in a crossover episode titled The Simpsons Guy, aired in 2014. The episode humorously portrayed Greece as a nation in financial distress, with over-the-top jokes about its economy. Shortly afterward, Greece's real-life economic crisis became global news, involving soaring debt and austerity measures. This prediction captured the essence of Greece's struggles before they fully unfolded, adding to the series' uncanny track record. Even technological quirks haven't escaped the show's predictive lens. A 1994 episode showed Lisa using a primitive touchscreen device, where a garbled autocorrected message caused confusion. Fast forward to the modern era, and autocorrect failures on smartphones have become a common source of frustration and humor. The playful take on technological missteps feels oddly prophetic, given how often similar scenarios play out in everyday life. The debate around censorship of art also found its way into the storytelling. In a 1992 episode, Springfield residents argued over whether Michelangelo's statue of David should be censored due to its nudity. Decades later, discussions about covering or altering public art to align with modern sensibilities became a reality, echoing the fictional debate. This cultural commentary continues to spark reflection on how art and societal values intersect. One of the most startling predictions involved the Siegfried and Roy tiger attack. In a 1993 episode, a parody magician duo was attacked by a white tiger during their performance. Years later, in a real-life incident, Roy Horn suffered a severe injury after a tiger attacked him during a live show in Las Vegas. The parallels between the episode and the actual event are striking, leaving fans wondering how the program managed to mirror reality so closely. Sports enthusiasts also found a surprising connection between the series and the United States men's curling team's historic Olympic gold medal win. A 2010 episode depicted Homer and Marge unexpectedly excelling at curling and defeating Sweden for the gold. Years later, the real United States team achieved this feat, defeating Sweden in a dramatic upset. The episode's underdog storyline mirrored the team's real-life journey, making the coincidence even more compelling. The show's knack for exploring space colonization also stands out. In the 1994 episode Deep Space Homer, the storyline revolved around Homer becoming an astronaut. While the episode leaned heavily into comedy, it hinted at humanity's aspirations for space exploration and colonization. As private companies and governments now actively pursue missions to Mars, the playful depiction of space travel seems less far-fetched. Turning to environmental disasters, a 2007 episode titled Little Big Girl showcased a forest fire sparked by Bart's prank, which quickly grew out of control. Fans have linked this storyline to the recurring wildfires in California, which have caused immense devastation in recent years. The dramatic portrayal of escalating chaos bears an unsettling resemblance to real-world events, highlighting the urgent need for fire prevention and response measures. Holographic technology was another area where the program seemed to predict the future. In a 2003 Halloween special, Homer interacted with floating holographic images. At the time, this concept seemed purely fictional, but advancements in hologram technology have since brought this idea to life. From concerts featuring virtual performances by late musicians to corporate presentations, holograms have become an exciting reality. Artificial intelligence once again took center stage in a 2012 episode titled The Robot. The plot featured Mr. Burns replacing human workers with robots at the nuclear power plant. Initially efficient and obedient, the machines eventually malfunctioned, causing widespread mayhem. This storyline reflects current discussions about the risks and benefits of AI, particularly as robots and automation become more integrated into daily life. The humorous take on AI's potential pitfalls continues to be relevant as society navigates the complexities of this transformative technology. The story now looks ahead to bold ideas that were once just dreams, virtual reality and the world beyond screens. Flying cars have always been the stuff of dreams. In Season 16, Episode 15 of The Simpsons, titled Future Drama, viewers get a glimpse into a world where flying cars are the norm. Homer and Bart zoom around in a floating car, effortlessly navigating through the air. The scene is fun and full of energy, showing exactly what many imagine when they think about flying cars. This idea of hovering vehicles has been around for decades, and some fans believe the series was ahead of its time by featuring this futuristic concept. Today, companies like innovative engineering firms are working hard to make flying cars a reality, making the episode feel less like fiction and more like a prediction. One of the most talked about moments from the animated show involves Disney buying Fox. In 1998, an episode titled When You Dish Upon a Star included a scene where a sign read, 20th Century Fox, a division of Walt Disney Company. At the time, it was seen as a joke poking fun at Hollywood. However, nearly 20 years later, Disney actually announced the acquisition. The purchase of 21st Century Fox, which owned 20th Century Fox, stunned fans with its accuracy in prediction. While some might say it was just a wild guess, others believe the writers somehow saw the future coming. Virtual reality also made its way into the animated sitcom. In the episode Friends and Family, Mr. Burns uses a high-tech virtual reality headset that lets him step into a completely immersive world. This episode aired in 2016 when virtual reality was starting to gain traction but was not yet a household technology. Fast forward to today, and virtual reality is used in gaming, education, and even healthcare. Whether the writers predicted this rise or just got lucky, the episode highlights how this technology could transform the way people live, work, and play. Another eerily accurate episode is Thank God, It's Doomsday. In it, Homer becomes convinced the world is ending, and chaos erupts as a natural disaster threatens Springfield. While the episode plays this scenario for laughs, it also mirrors real-world fears about natural disasters. Over the years, the show has depicted events like earthquakes, tsunamis, and floods before similar events occurred in real life. One example is the 1997 episode The City of New York vs. Homer Simpson, which featured the World Trade Center years before the September 11th attacks. Another is Bart to the Future, which showed a tsunami devastating a town. These instances make fans wonder if the writers have an uncanny knack for anticipating major events. Economic troubles also found their way into the sitcom. In the 2000 episode Back to the Future, a future President Trump is mentioned along with a scenario where the economy collapses. At the time, it seemed like an outlandish joke. However, the United States later elected Donald Trump as president, and the economy faced significant challenges during and after his term. This has led to speculation about whether the creators had some insight into the future or if it was just a lucky guess. Another moment that left fans amazed was the episode Boy Meets Curl, which aired in 2010. In it, Homer and Marge join a curling team and end up winning gold at the Winter Olympics by defeating Sweden. This storyline seemed improbable, as the United States was not known for its curling prowess. However, in the 2018 Winter Olympics, the United States men's curling team, led by John Schuster, won gold by defeating Sweden, just like in the episode. This coincidence further cemented the show's reputation for being ahead of the curve. The animated series has also tackled the topic of green energy. In The Last Temptation of Homer, which aired in 1993, a character tries to promote solar energy at a convention but is quickly shut down by powerful fossil fuel companies. While the scene is played for laughs, it reflects real-world challenges in the renewable energy sector. Today, there is widespread debate about the role of big business and government in slowing the adoption of green technologies like solar power. This episode feels particularly relevant in light of ongoing efforts to combat climate change. In the 1994 episode Deep Space Homer, the idea of space colonization is explored as Homer becomes an astronaut and goes on a space mission. Back then, the concept of humans living on Mars seemed like pure science fiction. Now, with NASA and private companies like SpaceX actively working towards sending humans to Mars, the episode feels surprisingly prescient. NASA has set goals to send humans to Mars by the 2030s, and SpaceX is pushing for an even earlier timeline. The portrayal of space travel no longer seems so far-fetched. The animated series continues to spark discussions about large-scale disasters. Over the years, many fans have noticed that it has shown events like earthquakes and tsunamis long before they occurred. In one famous example, the episode The City of New York vs. Homer Simpson aired in the late 1990s and featured a scene with the World Trade Center. Years later, when the September 11th attacks happened, fans pointed out the eerie similarity. Another example involves the episode Back to the Future, which featured a massive tsunami scene. Though these events are likely coincidences, they make people question how the writers come up with such scenarios. The creators have even explored medical advancements. In one episode, a character undergoes a groundbreaking surgery to correct a medical condition. Years later, fans noted how similar the procedure was to a real-life surgery that became widely available. This attention to detail and creativity in the show's storytelling adds to the fascination around its predictions. The show has not just focused on futuristic ideas but has also looked at political and societal changes. For instance, the episode 2 Cars in Every Garage and 3 Eyes on Every Fish explored environmental pollution and government corruption. Though it aired decades ago, the issues it touched on remain relevant today. Similarly, the writers have depicted advancements in technology like self-driving cars and smart homes long before they became real products. In a lighter moment, the series even predicted advancements in food technology. An episode featured a machine that could create food almost instantly, which at the time seemed absurd. Today, with the development of 3D food printers, that idea no longer feels so impossible. These printers can create everything from chocolate sculptures to entire meals, showing just how far technology has come. The creators have also tackled the idea of artificial intelligence. In one episode, a robot designed to help around the house ends up causing chaos. While it was played for comedy, the episode highlights concerns about reliance on artificial intelligence. Today, as more households adopt smart devices and AI assistants, the commentary feels increasingly relevant. The show's exploration of space has not been limited to Mars. In another episode, a character dreams of traveling to distant planets. This idea of interstellar travel is now being explored by scientists and engineers. Projects like Breakthrough Starshot aim to send tiny spacecraft to neighboring star systems, making the dream of exploring other worlds a potential reality. The series has also touched on the topic of pandemics. In an episode where Springfield faces a mysterious illness, the portrayal of panic and misinformation mirrors real-life events. Fans have pointed to this episode during recent global health crises, noting the eerie similarities. Another surprising prediction involves wearable technology. In one episode, a character uses a device that resembles a smartwatch. At the time, this seemed like pure science fiction. Today, wearable devices like fitness trackers and smartwatches are common, showing once again how the writers managed to stay ahead of trends. The animated sitcom has even explored advancements in renewable energy. In one episode, characters use wind turbines and solar panels to power their homes. While these technologies were not widely adopted at the time, they are now seen as essential tools in the fight against climate change. The ability to highlight these issues long before they became mainstream adds to the show's reputation for being forward-thinking. The series has also depicted advancements in communication technology. In one episode, characters use devices that allow them to communicate through holograms. While this seemed far-fetched at the time, researchers are now developing holographic communication tools. This technology could revolutionize the way people interact, making virtual meetings feel more personal. In another episode, the writers imagined a world where drones were used for everyday tasks. Today, drones are used for everything from package delivery to agricultural monitoring. The portrayal of this technology highlights its potential to change the way people live and work. The animated show has also explored advancements in transportation. In one episode, characters use a high-speed train that travels faster than any existing train at the time. Today, countries are developing hyperloop systems that promise to revolutionize travel. These trains use magnetic levitation to achieve incredible speeds, making long-distance travel faster and more efficient. The series has even touched on the concept of virtual assistants. In one episode, a character interacts with a device that can answer questions and perform tasks. This idea seemed futuristic at the time but is now a reality with devices like smart speakers. These assistants have become an integral part of many households, helping with everything from setting reminders to controlling smart home devices. The creators have also explored the idea of augmented reality. In one episode, characters use devices that overlay digital information onto the real world. Today, augmented reality is used in gaming, education, and even retail. This technology allows users to interact with digital objects in their physical environment, creating new possibilities for entertainment and learning. Will these innovations improve our lives or deepen our dependency? Share your thoughts in the comments. Like and subscribe to Expedition Diaries for more engaging content exploring the intersection of technology and humanity. By subscribing, you'll stay updated with the latest tales, insights, and inspirations from various expeditions around the globe. Don't miss out on the chance to be part of a community that cherishes exploration and discovery.